Beneath the tranquil turquoise waters of Trincomalee Harbor, Sri Lanka, lies a silent testament to the global conflict of World War II, the wreck of the SS Sagaing. This ship, now resting quietly on the ocean floor, once sailed proudly across the seas, a symbol of commerce and connection in a world on the brink of chaos. This once majestic merchant vessel met a dramatic end in the spring of 1942, a casualty of the relentless Japanese air offensive that swept across the Indian Ocean. The attack was swift and brutal, leaving the SS Sagaing and many other ships in its wake, a stark reminder of the destructive power of war. The Sarang's story, though largely forgotten outside naval history circles, offers a poignant glimpse into the human cost of the war and the strategic importance of Trincomalee as a vital Allied base. Trincomalee Harbor was more than just a port. It was a lifeline for the Allied forces, a crucial point of defense and supply in the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. The SS Sagaing's fate is a reminder that the horrors of World War II extended far beyond the battlefields of Europe and the Pacific. The Indian Ocean, often overlooked in the grand narratives of the war, was a theater of immense strategic importance and intense conflict. It underscores the global reach of the conflict and the sacrifices made by countless individuals, both military and civilian, in the fight against tyranny. The men and women who served in these distant waters faced dangers as great as those on the front lines, their bravery and sacrifice no less significant. This essay delves into the history of the SS Sagaing, the events leading to its sinking and the efforts to preserve its memory as a poignant reminder of a world at war. The preservation of such wrecks is not just about honoring the past, but also about educating future generations on the realities of war and the importance of peace. The story of the SS Sagaing is one of courage, resilience, and the enduring impact of war. It is a tale of a ship and its crew caught in the crossfire of a global conflict, their lives forever changed by the events of that fateful day. It is a story that deserves to be told and remembered. By exploring the wreck of the SS Sagaing, we not only pay tribute to those who served and sacrificed, but also gain a deeper understanding of the far-reaching consequences of war. The silent remains of the ship serve as a powerful reminder of the past, urging us to reflect on the lessons learned and to strive for a more peaceful future. Trincomalee, located on the northeastern coast of Sri Lanka, is a place of immense historical and strategic significance. It boasts one of the world's finest natural deep-water harbors, a feature that has drawn the attention of seafarers and empires for centuries. For centuries, its strategic location has made it a coveted prize for colonial powers and a vital maritime hub. The Portuguese, Dutch and British all recognized its value, establishing their presence here to control the sea routes and trade. During World War II, Trincomalee's importance magnified as it became a crucial base for the Allied forces, particularly the British Royal Navy. The harbor's natural defenses and deep waters made it an ideal location for naval operations. With the fall of Singapore to the Japanese in February 1942, Trincomalee's significance grew exponentially. The loss of Singapore meant that the Allies needed a new stronghold in the region, and Trincomalee was perfectly positioned to fill that role. The British Eastern Fleet, tasked with countering Japanese aggression in the Indian Ocean, sought refuge in the relative safety of Trincomalee's expansive harbour. The fleet's presence here was a testament to the harbour's strategic importance. The harbour provided a vital lifeline for Allied ships, offering shelter, repair facilities, and a strategic location from which to launch operations against the advancing Japanese forces. The facilities in Trincomalee were constantly buzzing with activity as ships came in for repairs and supplies. Trincomalee became a hive of activity, bustling with warships, merchant vessels, and personnel from across the globe. The harbour was a melting pot of different nationalities, all working together towards a common goal. It was against this backdrop of escalating tensions and the ever-present threat of Japanese attack that the SS Sagaing, a humble merchant ship, arrived in Trincomalee. The ship's arrival was a reminder of the constant flow of supplies and reinforcements that were crucial to the Allied war effort. As dawn broke over Trincomalee, the harbour stood as a symbol of resilience and strategic brilliance. The ships anchored there, both warships and merchant vessels, represented the lifeline of the Allied forces in the region. The meticulous planning and strategic use of Trincomalee by the Allies played a crucial role in their efforts to maintain control over the Indian Ocean. The harbour's significance during this period cannot be overstated, as it was a key factor in the broader strategy to counter Japanese advances. Today, Trincomalee stands as a testament to its rich history and strategic importance. Visitors to the harbour can still sense the echoes of its storied past as they explore the historical landmarks and learn about the pivotal role it played during one of the most challenging times in modern history. The SS Sagaing, named after a region in Burma, now Myanmar, was a British-built cargo ship launched in 1924. She was a marvel of her time, representing the pinnacle of maritime engineering and craftsmanship. Originally owned by the British India Steam Navigation Company, she plied the trade routes between Britain, India and the Far East, carrying a variety of goods essential for both peacetime commerce and wartime logistics. These goods range from textiles and spices to machinery and raw materials, vital for the economies of the regions she connected. With the outbreak of World War II in 1939, the SS Sagaing, like countless other merchant vessels, was pressed into service for the war effort. The transformation was swift and necessary, as the demands of war required every available ship. No longer transporting civilian goods, she became a vital cog in the Allied supply chain, ferrying troops, munitions and other essential supplies to support the fight against Axis aggression. Her decks, once laden with commercial cargo, were now filled with military equipment and personnel. The SS Sagaing's role was crucial, as she ferried not just munitions but also food, medical supplies and other necessities that kept the Allied forces operational. Each journey was a testament to the bravery of her crew, who faced perilous conditions at sea. The Sagang's wartime service took her to various corners of the globe, from the icy waters of the North Atlantic to the tropical seas of the Pacific. Each voyage fraught with danger, as German U-boats and later Japanese warships and aircraft posed a constant threat to Allied shipping. The threat was ever present, with German U-boats lurking beneath the waves, ready to strike at any moment. Later, Japanese warships and aircraft added to the peril, making every journey a harrowing experience. Her arrival in Trincomalee in early April 1942 came at a time of heightened anxiety and anticipation. The port, a strategic naval base in Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, was bustling with activity as the Allies prepared for the Japanese offensive. As the Japanese offensive in the Indian Ocean gained momentum, the SS Sagaing and her crew knew they were on the front lines of a critical battle. Their courage and resilience were emblematic of the countless merchant mariners who played an unsung yet vital role in the war effort. Section 4. The Shadow of War, Japanese Expansion. By early 1942, the Japanese war machine seemed unstoppable. Following their surprise attack on Pearl Harbor and the swift conquest of Southeast Asia, Japanese forces turned their attention to the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, their objective to cripple British naval power in the region and secure vital resources. The fall of Singapore in February 1942 sent shockwaves through the Allied command. The British Eastern Fleet, now based in Trincomalee, faced the daunting task of confronting a formidable enemy with limited resources. Japanese carrier aircraft, operating with impunity, posed a significant threat to Allied ships and bases throughout the Indian Ocean. The stage was set for a clash of titans as the Japanese sought to eliminate the British presence in the Indian Ocean, and the Allies fought desperately to defend their remaining strongholds. The SS Sagaing, an unsuspecting merchant ship caught in the crosshairs of war, was about to become a tragic casualty of this escalating conflict. Section 5, April 1942, air raid on Trincomalee. The morning of April 9, 1942 dawned clear and bright over Trincomalee Harbor. The bustling activity of the port belied the growing tension in the air. Unbeknownst to those below, a powerful Japanese carrier strike force, led by the aircraft carrier Akagi, was approaching the island. Shortly before midday, the piercing wail of air raid sirens shattered the tranquility. Japanese carrier aircraft, having flown undetected for hundreds of miles, appeared in the skies above Trincomalee. Waves of bombers and torpedo planes descended upon the harbor, targeting the warships and merchant vessels caught in their deadly embrace. The raid on Trincomalee was part of a larger Japanese offensive in the Indian Ocean, aimed at crushing British naval power and disrupting Allied supply lines. The SS Sagaing, along with numerous other ships anchored in the harbor, found itself directly in the path of the Japanese onslaught. Section 6. The Sagang under attack. The SS Sagang, lightly armed and vulnerable to aerial attack, became a prime target for the Japanese aircraft. As bombs rained down around the harbor, the Sagang's crew scrambled to their battle stations, their anti-aircraft guns blazing defiance at the relentless attackers. Despite their valiant efforts, the Sagaing stood little chance against the overwhelming firepower of the Japanese aircraft. A stick of bombs found their mark, exploding in quick succession near the ship's stern. The explosions ripped through the Sagang's hull, igniting a raging inferno and causing catastrophic damage. The Sagang, once a symbol of maritime commerce, was now a scene of chaos and destruction. The ship began to list heavily to starboard as seawater rushed in through the gaping wounds in her side. It was clear that the Sagaing was doomed, and her captain ordered the crew to abandon ship.